Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Bewildered Emotions Tarot. This is Nini. I have a message out for you. This message is timeless. I have already pre-shuffled your cards. Surprisingly, I had switched my batteries out of my camera about 2 times, even though the battery says it was full. So maybe that is a message in here for someone about energy being drained or needing to refill energy. Okay, we're gonna jump right into it. Don't forget to like, share, follow if this message resonates, and drop a comment if anything. Okay, let's get into it. I'm gonna start off with a dark mirror oracle deck. Comes out. It's a little dreary outside. This storm has been coming in for everyone, especially if you're on the East Coast, which I am. Comes out. Gilded regret. Bottom of the deck. Anger and chains. Is someone stuck? Someone's stuck and not able to move forward in something? I'm getting lack of forward energy and being stuck in their head about this lack of forward energy going through. This is some clarifying cards here. Yeah, like there's a lot of chaos in one's head, and since there is a lot of chaos in one's head, it's kind of keeping them stuck in place. If you can see. You see how there's a lot of these spikes going through, and a lot of these star figures that's stuck around her body. She has an oracle in her hand, but it's almost like she doesn't know where to move or how to move, where to go. And with anger and chains, it becomes frustrating. You know, when there's lack of mental clarity in your life, though you know that the direction you want to go into, it becomes exhausting. This is probably why, you know, you may have the energy to get through your day-to-day life, but you don't have enough energy to continue forward. The Magician. Black cats may be significant. Something else. What's that? The Fool. Ooh. And Nine of Pentacles. Yes. So between these three images, it's giving that you are creative, you're manifesting something, and you want to take a leap forward, but you're staying stuck, staying stagnant where you are. Maybe where you are feels safer than the travel that's less known. Some people get stuck going to, I'm not going to say going to the same destinations, but if you're constantly doing the same thing over and over again, it becomes insanity. So the Fool is telling us to leap. Take a leap of faith and not try to be us. Try not to stay stagnant. See, the Nine of Pentacles, as you can see, this cat is on the porch. Yes, it may be comfortable, but instinct says you need to continue on with your journey. You have to create, you have to manifest your goals, or nothing will flourish. You can see there's a hen right here in the corner, like, hey, you usually a chaser. You usually chase me around, but for right now, it seems like your mind is elsewhere. Let's try to find. Can we clarify where the collective's mind is? Judgment. Ooh. You got a lot of major arcana coming out. Judgment. Can I get two more? Collective. Ooh, that one popped right out, almost hit me in my face. Queen of Swords. Woo! These are popping out, so you definitely have a message in Seven of Pentacles. Man, bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. Are you afraid that things won't work out, so you're always looking towards the past? You know, looking towards the past and working on things that may have not turned into your favor can leave a stain, leave a scar on where you want to go in your life, whether that be a new career choice, joining a new hobby, love life. You know, people have a tendency of looking towards the past more than looking towards the future, and if the past wasn't so great, it makes someone hesitant to move forward to the future. There's a lot of this looking back energy with the Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. You want to move forward. You want to strive for things that you want. Ace of Cups is at the bottom of the deck, by the way. Below it was Six of Cups. But something is calling to say, sit still, stay stuck. But you're the Queen of Swords. You have Queen of Swords energy. Like, you know the truth of the matter, that the world isn't so kind. The world continuously turns. And some people get the good luck at times. Others may be down on their luck. You may be down on your luck at this time. And so you're hesitant of looking forward and creating a better future for yourself. And whatever happened in the past really is keeping you stuck with regret. You know, the past is the past. You can't change the past, but you must learn from the past. The past is filled with lessons. With anger and change. Ooh. And after that was addicted. You've been hurt. We've all been hurt in the past. That's part of growth. But being stuck in the past is going to create more depression, more anxiety than looking forward to the future and moving with the knowledge that you have learned. Let's get some more clarity here. We live and learn. Maybe you had an addiction. Maybe you made some wrong calls. And that's just making you stuck in your head about how do I move forward from what I've done in the past. Seven of Cups. Yeah. But I want this future so badly. I can taste it on my tongue. I can see it. The sun. I can see it. But I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. I'm comfortable where I'm at, and I'm afraid to take that leap of faith. So I'm going to stay stagnant. I'm going to stay stuck. Four of Swords, another stagnancy. Wow. You are meant for better. If you believe they're meant for better. But if you continuously think about how the past has treated you and the way you acted in the past without looking forward to the better future, you will stay stuck in the past. You will stay stagnant of where you are when you're called to move forward, to let go of the hurt, to let go of the things that held you back once before. Because there's nothing that's really holding you back right now besides your own thoughts, your own emotions. That's what I'm hearing. Your own thoughts and your own emotions. It's what's keeping you stuck. You get an oracle of emanation here for my Angelarian oracle deck. What do you have to say for the collective that's feeling a little stuck on their own regards? And what you feel is truth. This is what another message I'm getting. What you think is true is not necessarily true. There's three truths. Your truth, their truth, and the universe of what the actual situation. Everyone has their own perspective. What you may see is bad, some might see as just a hiccup in growth. That may make sense to some. Let's see. Ooh. Angel of Visions, Remiel. What did I say? Angel of Visions, perspective. What you may have seen is like the major downfall could just be a hiccup in your story, in your journey. Bottom of that deck, Tiferet, Heart and Beauty. I'm sorry if you can't really see. I'm still working on lighting. You know, going back to your heart center, not in your head, but what's in your heart. What you can't see. Because your head is locked. You need to follow what's true to you in your heart, not in your head. You're bigger than your circumstances. You're wiser than your circumstances. What you learned in the past is not gonna continuously have an effect on you towards the future because you've learned the lessons. You've learned it. Now it's just overcoming that fear to continue on. I'm not going to say there won't be any more hiccups in the road because this is life. Life has its ups and downs, but It's a continuous journey of learning, loving, opening up to the possibilities of what's ahead and now looking at what had happened in the past. I'm hearing childish. It's not even childhood, childish wounds. Times when you didn't know better. But you've learned and now you know better. At least I hope some know better. And you know where you are is not where you can really stay. You've outgrown where you are. And it's uncomfortable to outgrow and to move on. It's uncomfortable making a different choice than you always have. But if you're being called for a higher being and you're called to move forward, why fight it? We already learned that lesson. No? Self-love, more self-love will help you realize that you have grown. You've grown past your circumstances. You have grown past what had usually kept you stuck. And it's okay to move forward, or you no longer belong or feel wanted or feel loved. Life has more to offer than what you think. And it's okay to leave those behind that don't feel the same as you do. Everyone has their own journey. The first card out for crystal wisdom, ornament, success. I am successful in all that I do. Maybe these are the affirmations that you need to start preaching to yourself every day, saying to yourself. Words are powerful. And this goes back to what I was saying in the beginning. You may have tried different things and they may have failed, but you must try and try again and not fear that failure. Failure is just lessons that need to be learned and how to redirect. Moonstone cycles. I am in the divine flow of my soul rhythms of life cycles. You don't feel a type of way when there's a bump in the road. Don't feel like, oh, this is it, I tried this didn't work out, so I'm just throwing the towel. No. It's time to reassess and to redirect, as I said. Last but not least, sunstone. Empowerment. I am empowered in all areas of my life. Don't let the past hinder your future. You've lived that past. You've made your mistakes. And though you may still be healing from your mistakes, you've learned those lessons. Yes, those lessons hurt, but learn to heal. Give yourself grace and the love that you may have not received back then from when you were not who you are. That may make sense to some. Who you were and not who you are. And who you will become and will be. But you continuously move forward. I think that's the message for you guys today. Thank you. Like, comment, subscribe if this all resonates. If this does, there may be more messages in the future for you. And I'll see you again.